Hi, what's up guys? In this video I'm going to show you how you can use the AnyMerge Mail add-on to attach multiple Google Drive files to Gmail messages, so do like a mail merge with attachments. So what I did, I went to add-on settings and I used the membership card template. The add-on created again the sample sheet. It also created a sample draft, the membership card draft. And what we are going to do, we are going to attach multiple files, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So I added a new column here, the document, and I generated a bunch of personalized documents. So for Homer, it's a document with for Homer. Yeah, we have something for Marge, Lisa, Bart, and other guys from The Simpsons. Actually, I generated all these documents using the AnyMerge Docs add-on. Yeah, when you would like to merge the spreadsheet data into documents and streamline that process, you can use that add-on. So here we have links to documents we are going to merge. Yeah, so when you would like to merge any files from your Google Drive, you need to provide always a link to that file. Then I also prepared this attachment name column. So we're gonna be using this column to set the file name of attachments. In this case, it's a simple formula which takes values from the E column, what's the card ID, and appends .pdf extension. And we as well are going to merge images into that Gmail messages. And again, for each image, we have the same formula, but in this case, it's with .png extension. I would start with one thing, and that is like what kind of attachments you would like to attach. There are two types of attachments, like attachments you would like to send to every recipient, and then attachments you would like to send like a personalized attachment for each recipient. When you would like to send a file which should be sent to every recipient, you can attach it directly to the sample draft. So here we have the sample draft. And let's say I would like to include a file. Actually, I prepared one file. It's like called the terms and conditions. And I would like to send this file to every recipient. So when I'm configuring the merge job, I prepare the draft, and part of the draft I attach this terms and conditions file, and everyone I'm gonna be sending the draft to will receive that file. Yeah, so you don't have to, in such cases, when you would like to send the same file to every recipient, you don't have to provide the same link into a column and configure it. You can attach it directly to that template draft. Yeah, so and that file will always be included as an attachment. What I'm going to show you now, that's the other like group of attachments where you would like to send a personalized attachment. Yeah, so every recipient receives a different set of attachments. So in this case, every recipient will always receive terms and conditions because I have attached that file to the sample draft. And now we are going to configure the add-on to attach these documents and these images. And I'm going to show you also all the possible combinations, all the settings in the mail merge add-on. So let's make it a little bit bigger. So when you would like to configure personalized attachments, you need to go here into the output configuration. So you go from to the sheet configuration and just click output configuration. Yeah, once the configuration editor is up, just go to attachments. and here we can configure one or more attachments. Just click the Add Attachment button and it will add a bunch of new configurations. You have to always configure all of them. Yeah, so you need to make sure are all properly configured, and you can remove, just click on the trash icon. So let's configure our first personalized attachment. So in the source column, you need to specify a column where the add-on will be taking the links to the documents you would like to merge. In this case, I'm going to select the document column, and there are three options for the attachment name, how the add-on will determine the name of the attachment. So in the first case, we just keep the default value detect name. How that's gonna work? When you use this option and you are pointing to a Google Drive file, then the name of the attachment will be the name of the file in Google Drive. So we configure the add-on to take files from this column, and we set the option like detect name. So what the add-on does in that case, it takes the name of the file, what is in Google Drive, and use it as a file name of the attachment. But there is one important thing. When you are merging Google types like Google Docs, Google Spreadsheets, or Google Slides, the add-on automatically converts those files to PDF, as you cannot like attach Google Docs. It's like a web page, so it first needs to be converted. So what the add-on does under the hood, and you provide a link to Google Doc or Sheets or Slides, it detects the type. It says, okay, it's a Google document. So what it's gonna do, it's gonna take the name Homer Simpson, but it will append .pdf extension, and it will convert it automatically to PDF in this case. Yeah. So keep in mind when you are trying to attach Google files, and will always convert them to PDF. And now we are going to add also the image. Obviously, you can attach any other binary files. You can attach like MS Word, Excel, or files like images, any other images. And there are certain images you cannot attach, like executables and other files. Simply the add-on will not allow that. It will throw an error saying like these files are forbidden, as they might carry harmful content. But in this case, we are going to add or merge PNG files. So let's add another attachment. And in this case, as it is a PNG file, the add-on again looks at the content kind of and it determines, okay, it's not a Google type, so it's a PNG. So I will just take the file from Google Drive, and we are going to again configure it. So we add another attachment. And now we are going to take the values from the image column. Now we again keep the default detect name, and the name of the file name in this case will be Homer underscore Simpson underscore 2006.png, because it's not a Google type file. Yeah, so the rule is for Google types, it automatically converts to PDF and takes name of the file and appends.pdf. For non-Google types, it takes the name of the file what is in Google Drive. That's for the option detect name. Okay, so let's add another attachment, but in this case we are going to use another option for the attachment name. So let's wait till the configuration editor comes up, and again we go to attachments and let's add a new attachment. Now we are going to again add the same document from the document column, but in this case we are going to get the name from a column. So what it means that you might have situations or scenarios where you don't want to get the file name what is in Google Drive, but you would like to set your own file names. And in this case, we are going to take the values from the attachment name column. So actually that's these values. So I don't want to use the Homer Simpson value, but I would like to have there as an attachment the name of the card, membership card, and .pdf. And this is a super important thing here. I would like to stress out here that you have to always make sure you provide the correct extension. So why I have here .pdf? Because I configure the add-on again to take the values from this column, but the add-on will convert the Google Doc to PDF, so I need to provide the correct extension. This is very important because if I didn't provide the PDF, the add-on would just the name of the file name would be attachment would be just this without any extension. And when the user downloads it, that would in Windows it would open a dialog window like which program you would like to use to open that file. Even worse is if you provide invalid or incorrect extension. For example, if I put here docx, then the add-on would take the file, convert it to PDF, but the file name, the name of the extension would be .docx. So you download it, and on Windows, it would open it in a Microsoft Word, and Word would just say, okay, this is an invalid document file. So people or users would have very hard times opening that, and they would get back to you like, I cannot open the file. So always be very, very careful when you are setting your own names that you match the correct type. Yeah, so this is wrong. I put it back. I put it like a PDF. And let's also make another attachment. Again, here I created those, again, a formula, and we are going to be attaching this. Again, you see it's a PNG, so in this case, I'm going to configure to attach files from this column. And again, I need to make sure all those files are PNG. Yeah, they are, that's all good. And then the attachment names will be those. Yeah, and also notice I left these values blank. That's another way. Another thing, like if you keep the values empty, add-on will simply skip those attachments. You don't have to provide it always. You might have scenarios where you would like to send all attachments or just 3 attachments out of 5 or 4 out of 5 and so on. So just simply do not provide a link to files, and then it will skip it. It will not throw any error, you just simply skip it. So again, let's go back to the output configuration. Okay, so here in the attachments, we already configured 3 attachments, and we are going to add another attachment. Now we are going to take the values or links to Google Drive images from the image folder, and again we are going to get from a column, but in this case it's gonna be the attachment image column. Yeah, so we just added a new attachment, so we'll be adding images as attachments, and those are the file names we want. Yes, again, for each recipient we would like to specify a personalized attachment. Okay, and the last option is there, you can set the name of attachment. In that case, the add-on will not take it from a Google Drive, will not take it from a column, but all recipients will receive attachment with the same name. This can be handy when you simply want to have the same name of attachment for all recipients. So again, add attachment, and again we are going to attach the document, and we are going to set name, and again be super careful here. We are going to take values from the document column, and all those links points to Google Docs. So we need to provide again a valid extension, as those Google documents will be converted to PDF automatically. And finally, the last attachment, in this case we take it from the image, and we set name, and in this case all those files in the image column are PNGs, so let's call it like image.png. So we again must provide correct extension. Let's save it. Always do first merge to draft mode, test, and try to download those all the attachments. So just double check everything is fine before you start sending out those emails. That just make sure that you did not screw it up. Okay, so let's check the drafts. So we merge only to drafts. We have here the draft ID and timestamp, and let's go to drafts folder. And so let's check Homer Simpson first. So when I scroll down, so we have here the terms and conditions as we added it to the draft. Then we have here Homer Simpson PDF, that's the Google document which was automatically converted to PDF and appended to PDF. Then we have the same document, but we took the attachment name from the attachment name column. And finally, we set the document PDF in the configuration editor. And the same for the image. Yeah, so we configure the image. So we have here the name of the image as it is in a Google Drive. Then we took the name of for the attachment from a column, and finally we set name. Yeah. When let's check now Bart's draft. So here in this case, again we have terms and conditions as we would like to send it to everyone. Yeah, and again those other attachments now are personalized. So we configure the add-on to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attachments for every recipient. And now we can check those guys where we did not provide the image. Where is Barney? Barney. We should have, again, we have only the terms and conditions. We have the document, but we don't have the image attachments because in the spreadsheet there is no linked document. So that simply, if you do not provide the link, add-on will simply skip that attachment. Yeah, and the same for Clancy and for net. Yeah, so we can, where we have net, here is net. Again, he has only, again, terms and conditions, and he has only the document attachments. Yeah, so it's pretty much it. The last thing I would like to point out is like, as the add-on cannot make external requests, yeah, it can only attach files which are sitting in your Google Drive. So if you would like to attach files, you must first upload them, or you can only attach Google Drive files. Also, you can give a try to AnyMerge Docs add-on. Like, for example, personally, I'm using it for invoicing my customers. So first I generate documents with AnyMerge Docs add-on, like generate bunch of invoices. And I have also I have like a merge configuration for the AnyMerge Mail. So first I generate those documents, and then I simply send them using the AnyMerge Mail. Using these two add-ons, you can like automate entire workflow where you have some data in a Google spreadsheet. You first create docs, you then send them out. Yeah. So I hope I explain you how it works. Using the add-on, you can add customized attachments. Either you can attach them to Google Draft, directly, so then every recipient will receive that file, or you can configure multiple attachments in the configuration editor, and you can set how the attachment names gonna look like, either as Google Drive files, or you can take attachment names from a column, or you can set them. But please keep in mind, when are you merging Google Documents, Google Spreadsheets, or Google Slides, add-on automatically converts them to PDF, so make sure you always provide the correct extension. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please, you can leave a comment, or if you need help, you can go to add-on settings and you can get support here. It will take you to Google group, and you can ask questions there. And yeah, thank you for watching and happy merging.